Welcome back to the channel. This week we are testing the 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT Trail Boss. It's kind of a sentence to do it, but just all encompassing. This is a very, very big truck. Now, we're gonna take you through a week here. So this is kind of gonna be off the top, a little bit more informal. I'm gonna give you my thoughts in real time as we go through the week. So starting over the walk around here, you can see we've got the Z71 badge, as well as, yes, this is the 6.2 liter V8 engine. I wouldn't have it any other way. I noticed that this was on the press fleet and I grabbed it right away because I was really curious to see a V8 engine from Chevrolet. I have yet to test one. I really enjoyed the one that the Rams are doing with Dodge, and I think that you know, this one is pretty good too, but we'll see. It remains to be seen. I think white is going to be tough to keep clean this week, so you're probably going to progressively see it get more and more dirty as we go. I do wish the rims or the tires were a little bit bigger. They look small for a truck with such massive presence, if that makes sense. It just looks a little weird to me. I don't know, it doesn't fill up that wheel well quite enough for me, but you know, maybe it'll grow on me, we'll see. But it's got a decent exhaust sound. I'll try to get close here. Oh, the fumes from that just literally fogged my glasses up, so that's as close as I'll get you. I don't want to get any type of disease from that. So Silverado badge right there, LT badge right there, Mosquito Farm right over here, and we also have the automatic tailgate, which is very good. Really, really like that. And it's got a decent bed in here too. We do have some power in here as well. And let's close this up and trap some mosquitoes in here for later. Why not? And yeah, we do have the assist step on the side, which is very nice because although the rims look small, this thing is quite high off the ground, right? It is quite a big truck. So, you know, I really, it was tough getting out of the parking lot. I was kind of close to others when I pulled it out, but still, this looks really cool and it should be a really cool week. So without further ado, let's get behind the wheel of this thing. All right, so leaving a parking lot, it's actually the second time doing that this week because, or today anyways, because it's the first day with it, but I had to do a little Tim's run, right? We had to do it. Often cars go very well with coffee, but yeah, last night was a late one, so to feel like an actual human, I needed a little bit of something. So yeah, I mean, it's good for that. I obviously didn't go through the drive-through because the one close to my house is a little narrow and I'm not used to driving this thing around yet. Like I've just been doing smaller SUVs and sedans for a good while, so I'm just simply not used to big pickup trucks like this one. So so until I get used to it, I don't want to go in anywhere that's too narrow or that I can't easily maneuver out of, you know, with some space here. So, you know, we're just being careful and cautious, but, you know, it's all in good fun, though. This thing is big, it rides big, and I really like that fact. It is very fun to rip around town. And so far, it rips. Let's see. Well, I think it's got like 420 horsepower, 450 torque, something like that. It's pretty quick, right? But there's a lot more drama than there is speed, which honestly I'm kind of fine with. I really don't mind the fact that it, you know, I really felt like I should be going somewhere and I wasn't really going anywhere. I do like it. I think that the V8 is the right way to go. 6.2 liter V8 in here. This is the engine that you should choose. I honestly do think that. You know, the V8 is V8 anything. If you see a V8 and you can spec it, yeah, I don't care how much it's worth. It sounds really good on the outside. Not as good as the Rams, I will say. Like, I feel like Ram has like a meatier V8 sound, like a something about it when I drive off a stoplight, or like, oh man, there's something about the roar of that thing that you constantly hear. This, you can kind of hear it, but I kind of have to step on it for that to happen. So it's like, okay, well, you know, it's kind of there at the low end, but it's still there. When you start it up, especially a cold start, it's actually quite loud. I had it in sport mode there as well, so yeah, but the ride quality here is really good, and the visibility is also pretty decent. I do have 360-degree cameras, which, thank goodness, because when I picked this thing up, it was in a tight spot. I mean, I was this close. Sorry, GM. I was this close to just taking the other guy's bumper with me. Thankfully, I managed to slowly, like, maneuver my way and inch my way away from that car and get out. But without the cameras, that would have been really difficult for me. You know, I'm just not somebody who drives these trucks all the time, and especially when you go for a long time without touching trucks at all, it becomes a little bit of a worry. So, you know, I really appreciate having those cameras. Visibility though, big mirrors. I don't have the digital review camera, which sucks a little bit, especially with this. You'd like to have that, but it's not a big deal. I can see out there no problem, and the big side view mirror there pretty much helps everything. Not Super Cruise enabled is this one. Not really a big deal though. You do have some adaptive cruise control settings, of course, so that should be doable. But honestly, with a V8, I'm probably going to end up driving it a lot more than anything else, and so naturally, it's going to hurt my wallet quite a bit. You know, this thing says premium recommended. Usually, when that's the case, I usually will put premium in it, just because I want the best performance available through my week. So it's going to hurt. It is going to hurt my week. For the budget for this week is going to go to gas and, well, a little bit of Tim's for today, but still probably worth it. You know what, it's very, very fun to rip this thing around, I think, and it rides really well. Really well. Hard to complain about it. So yeah, I'm excited to get on with the week here and discover everything there is. I don't think I've ever done a Silverado that wasn't the electric. I think I did the electric once or twice now, and now finally we are getting to the gas, the V8. I don't know if it would have been as interesting with the lower ones. So those of you that own like the, it's not the EcoBoost, it's something else. It's the lesser, the non-V8 Silverado. Those who own that one, please let me know in the comments how it is. Let's see what these gas prices is. $191. Sick. Absolutely wonderful. I am in terrible trouble. I am in danger. That is, well, I pray for me and my wallet, I guess. That's it. All right, I'm going to drive home here. It's been a long day, so I will pick it back up later. I'm going to live with this thing a bit, drive it around a little more, and yeah, we're going to discover this thing in real time. So stay tuned. Let's get into the week here. All right, so welcome back outside with our Chevy Silverado 1500 LT Trail Boss. A little quick, another walk around here. It's actually staying sort of clean because we haven't had any, terrible weather. This front end, though, becoming a bug collector a bit. But I will say this front end camera here saving me like crazy because it barely fits in my driveway, right? So I have to really get close. So thankfully that camera is good enough quality that I can see where things are. The tires are starting to grow on me. I knew they would. It doesn't look as awkward as it did when I picked it up, but it is a very big body for the size of tire that we have here. I don't feel like it's big enough. So, I guess that remains to be seen. But still, I mean, it still looks good. Like, don't get me wrong, it still looks decent. And in pictures and on camera, it actually looks better than it does for me in person anyways. So, pretty decent. This back end, pretty good. Really no complaints. I mean, it looks like any Chevrolet. But the big selling ticket here, I think, is the fact that it has an automatic tailgate. That is huge for a lot of reasons. I mean, I've driven other trucks that just don't have that much space, and you can see if you pull on here, you will be able to flip your hard top back a little bit, just to kind of give you a little bit more of an idea of what's going on in the bed here. I like the Chevrolet logo as well, though, but it's relatively, dirt resistant and stuff like that. I don't really feel like, I'm worried about getting it dirty. I'm worried about scratching it. This material is pretty good and pretty solid. Put a couple of things in here last night on a quick run, and it survived the trip no problem. It doesn't have any like measuring or anything like that. It's not built for like super construction people, but of course you can buy this and work in construction no problem. You can flip this guy back up as well. I really like how easy that is. And then you can flip this guy over too. Simple. You have nice tie downs. Trail Boss badge right here looks really cool. Chevrolet badge also decent looking. I like the little step here as well, and I can give you a good shot of the ground clearance. Pretty decent, not too bad. We have some nice shocks over there too. Not too bad at all. I like that. No complaints. I really don't have any issues using it on the streets. Rear end, very, very spacious. No issues there either. You got, it's basically all black, right? And so if you want something different in your Silverado, you're gonna have to maybe spend a bit more money or get a different spec, because mine doesn't have any really different colors. We do have some storage behind the seat there. Of course, I can't use the other one. Daughter's car seat is there, but I can flip these seats up no problem. Check that out. We have the snow scraper. Even knowing it's almost June here in Canada, you can never be too sure. You also have some vents back there, which is very nice. Now this step just stays here. It does not move, but it is very, very useful. So the car just shut down on me because I've been filming for a bit, so I'll actually show you the startup here. Nice big V8. V8 startup. Very nice. We like that. It's a good thing that AC is on. I'm going to turn it on a little bit more because it is hot out here. Oh my goodness. So once you're inside, you got a very nice steering wheel, physical buttons for everything, exactly how it should be. No Super Cruise for me, not enabled. Don't really need it, honestly. I'm not doing any road trips, but you could do road trips in here with your V8, but I like the physical buttons and I like that blacked out Chevrolet badge. You do have some paddle controls as well as you have some audio controls back here as well. Standard GM thing, pretty simple and easy. I do like the open wood there on the side. Got your lighting controls in your transfer case as well as your drive modes. You have your auto, 4 high, 2 high, and 4 low. And then we also have some drive modes. We have sport, normal, and off-road. Very simple most of the time, honestly. I'm in sport. I want to hear that V8 go. You also have a very decent info or gauge cluster. You can just kind of flip through, see what you need. There's different layouts. You can control what's in the left, right, and the bottom. So there's a lot of customization here, which I always tend to enjoy. So no big complaints there either. Over onto the infotainment display. Simple, simple, simple. You got Apple CarPlay, you got Android Auto. It's a little slow sometimes accessing things like the settings. It'll kind of take a second at times. There we go, it was fast that time. I notice it's a little bit more slow when I have my Apple CarPlay connected, but you don't really need to use Apple CarPlay if you don't want to. You got built-in Google Maps. You also have the Play Store, which you probably can install more stuff, as well as you have your Waze app here. This is where also you'll access your 360-degree camera. There's no bed camera, which I don't find useful, and I wish it was on every model, but it doesn't seem like it's on this one. But you do have different trailering cameras and stuff like that, so you still will have a good amount of visibility here, as well as you got a little bit more controls down here. You have your lane keep assist, your parking sensors, your auto start stop, tailgate up or down, track control on or off, and of course your hill descent button. Then you have some trailering controls over here, as well as dual zone automatic climate, and all the climate controls are physical, but just have heated seats. And I'm going to turn that off immediately because, oh my goodness, it's hot outside today. But just heated seats, but you can control the zone which it's heating in, which is always very nice. I'm about to get bit by a mosquito. Hang on. All right, I've dispatched of that mosquito. There we go. So where was I? Let's continue here. So you have USB-C, USB-A, as well as a little bit of storage here. I like this gear selector. Gets the job done, no issue. I do like the way it looks. A little bit of coin storage here and here. Cup holder storage there, as well as a wireless charging pad. Got a little bit more storage in here, quite a deep amount, as well as more USB-C and A charge ports, as well as you have an actual outlet in here. Passenger side gets another kind of little glove compartment thing. You can, store some snacks, whatever you need to in there, some smaller stuff. And of course you have the normal glove box right over here. Passenger seat, very nice, no issue. Really doesn't affect the room at all with my baby's car seat in there. Bose sound system over there too, sounds pretty good. No problem when you're all the way up here. I do like it. I kind of like the wood pour here too, or like this gloss. It looks a bit like wood, but it's actually like more of a design down here. But very nice, no complaints. No digital rear view camera. Would be nice to have it, but don't feel like I need it. Tons of headroom in the back. Sunroof up here, very nice. And you have the controls, of course, right there. So overall, I like the interior design. It gets the job done. For me, the selling point, though, is that 6.2 liter V8. That's the big one, but the packaging on the inside is usable, and there's buttons pretty much for everything, and you really can't hate on that nowadays. That is what I've been asking for. That is what I like. So naturally, I like this interior. But of course, I want to know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will pick it back up later. All right, back outside with the Silverado 1500 LT. So I've got the hood open so you can take a look at the 6.2 liter V8 for yourself. It definitely takes up all the space available here in the front, and rightfully so. This is a big V8, and you can actually hear this one. It's actually really, really good. I'll put all the horsepower and torque numbers on the screen so you can see them properly. But yeah, this thing has no issues with its power or its sound necessarily. I mean, I wish it was louder a bit on the road, but when you start it up, you definitely can hear it really well. And so for that, I'll take it, right? We'll take it. I think that's pretty decent. So yeah, really, really cool. Nothing crazy going on in here. Pretty standard in terms of jam. There's no like cool, engine cover, but honestly, I don't know if there's room for that. So that's fine too. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll pick it back up later. All right, last time outside with the Chevrolet Silverado 1500 LT Trail Boss. It has been a decent week, a very easy week, right? I have made pretty good use of the bed here. No big issues with that. I like the V8 as well. I like the ride height. the wheels have kind of grown on me. I remember at the beginning of the week I said, like, these wheels are kind of small for my liking, but you know what? They have grown on me. I don't mind the black with the white. Looks pretty good. And yeah, it's a do everything, get everything done truck, and it just kind of just does that. It does everything, takes care of business. The birds, for some reason, seem to love it. I keep getting, you know, their excrement on my vehicle for no apparent reason, but you know, what can you do? It's just the way it goes, it seems. But yeah, I really like it. It's been fun. 92,000, I think it is, the price for this thing, which is a lot of money, right? It's a lot of money, but it also is a lot of truck. I wish there was a few more, you know, maybe ventilated seats, maybe stuff like that inside, maybe a more interesting interior, but you know, such is the truck world at this point. So that's going to do it for me and my thoughts on the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 LT Trail Boss. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this, more cars or trucks just like this. I'll see you next week. See you next car. Take care.